Hey guys, what's up? I'm gonna do a little preview for the games on Monday. These are the overnight lines. We got 6 games on the schedule. Let's go through each one of these games, and I'll just give my thoughts on these games and the overnight lines that we got so far. First game, guys, we got New Orleans at Washington. Washington is favored by a point and a half. Kind of a strange line. I had New Orleans as the favorite here. On the injury report, guys, for New Orleans, they did have some problems in their last game. They missed their big three. Brandon Ingram has been out. Zion Williamson, we know, is suffering with his hamstring injury. CJ McCollum, he was rested. He'll be back for this game. Taking a look at the injury report right here. Larry Nance Jr. is probable, and CJ McCollum is going to play. Strange that we see Wizards with minus 1.5 here. I do expect this line to flip tomorrow when a lot of people get their eye on the injury report. It's a strange line. If it stays like this, guys, if Washington stays as a favorite, I'm going to be looking to possibly get a play on the Wizards here. Um, Very, very strange line, guys. This Washington should not be favored in this game. Next game, guys, Bulls at Boston. Bulls have been on fire. Over here, we see Boston favored by 8.5 tomorrow. I had Boston favored by 8. Line is pretty accurate. Boston's going to be playing without Marcus Smart. They struggled. Boston struggled big on their road trip. They only got one um, very good victory. That was against the Mavs. And then before that, they got a couple of bad losses. Um, got pretty much blown out in their 2 games, their first 2 games of the road trip. Let me see which were those games. They were out for a 4 game trip. Yep, they went 2-2. They split on their trip. They lost to Denver, 123 to 111. It was a lot worse than what the final score tells us right there. They got blown out in Oklahoma City. They got 150 scored on them in that game. They were playing. Oklahoma City was even playing without SGA. They got destroyed. Their only decisive victory came against the Mavs. They blew them out by 30. And then against the Spurs, guys, they were a 14-point favorite and just barely managed to get through that game. It was tied with just like 30 some seconds left. They ended up winning by 5. So, and they're going to be playing without Marcus Smart. We know the Bulls have had they've kind of had their number. This 8.5, it's kind of iffy. It's pretty accurate according to my estimates. So we're going to leave this alone right now. We'll see what the line does tomorrow, and if we have any late injury moves, we'll take a look at it again. Milwaukee favored by 2. I had Milwaukee also favored by 2 in this game. Milwaukee has been struggling uh, unexplainably a lot. Um, they have dropped the third in the East. They did lose their last game to the Hornets at home. Man, they got 51 points scored on them in the first quarter in that game. Ended up losing by 30. Never managed to come back. The Hornets were just hitting on them like crazy, and they were just out of the game from pretty much the first quarter. It was pretty much over. They had won a couple straight before that. Back to another loss against the Knicks, guys. The Knicks have been playing pretty good ball. Um, Despite playing with some injuries, they are seventh right now, currently in the East, and on a 4 game winning streak. They have won their last 4 games. They beat the Rockets, the Suns, Spurs, and Raptors, and been playing without RJ Barrett. It's a tough game, small line, pretty accurate. Usually, in a game like this, we would see the Bucks probably favored by 5 or more. Over here, we see a short 2 because of the Milwaukee's bad form. Next game, guys, Lakers at Denver. Lakers, man, they've been going crazy. LeBron looks like he's 20 years old, run up and down the court. Um, he's playing great. Denver 8.5. I had Denver favored by 8 in this game. LeBron did stay after the game that he pretty much just told the management, get me some trades, get me some players over here. Um, they have been pretty much relying on 4 or 5 players, and at some point in time, they are going to run out of gas, guys. They have won 5 straight, but against the Kings, they ended up winning by two, 136, 134. If you just take a look at the box score, um, it's pretty much just LeBron had 37, Thomas Bryant had a big game, the big guy, 29, Dennis Schroeder had 27, and then Russell Westbrook had 23. Those 4 players, and then other than that, it's just nothing. They have like no other help coming from the bench or from any of the role players. At some point in time, guys, they are going to run out of gas. Denver, I've said many a times on all my videos, they, in my opinion, are the best team in the West. Um, this 8.5 under normal circumstances would be low, but since the Lakers are on a winning streak, you do have to take that into consideration. I will be looking to see what the injury report will look like tomorrow, and what if we have any line movements before I revisit that game. The next game, guys, the last game of the schedule, Orlando at Sacramento. Sacramento's favored by 6. I had Sacramento favored by 7.5 in this game. Orlando got a big win the day before against the Warriors. Big win for the Orlando Magic. Um, we're slowly starting to get their players back from that suspension. From that, I don't know why they call it a brawl. I don't consider it a brawl. It wasn't really a brawl, but they have been playing great as of late. They are 15 and 25 on the season, but a nice win against the Warriors. Um, this number, guys, against the Kings. The Kings is a -6. It is a little low. I had this game Sacramento favored by 7.5. This -6 is kind of making me lean early towards the Magic in this game. We do have to check the injury report though, see what is going on. The Orlando Magic, only Bull, he's been out, but the other players have stepped up and filled his void over there. Sacramento, Malik Monk, he missed the last game. He's not expected to play in this game either. Um, a series of injuries. This line is low, guys. I do believe the -6 will probably get pounded. We might see the Magic over here covering this 6. So far right now, guys, my early leans are I will be looking towards the Wizards and the strange line. Washington and Orlando so far are my overnight leans. I will do another video tomorrow when we get more information in and the lines. We get the opening number from the same day, and we'll take a look at them again. But so far right now, like I just mentioned, Orlando and Washington are our overnight leans. Um, we'll talk more about these games tomorrow, guys. Have a good night, and let's get that action.